Part of operating a vehicle loading crane is working with slings and rigging gear, things like shackles, D-shackles, bow shackles and slings. Round slings and flat slings, we're required to inspect these every 3 months as a minimum, and we do a daily inspection as we use them. So in other words, before we use it, as we use it, we're checking it out to make sure it's safe and it's going to do the job and not fail. Here's one that we drew from service, and I'll show you the reasons why it's unsuitable to use in Australia anymore. Underneath the protective sheath, the safe working load label and the ID tag is gone. And you can see a new one here. The tag is in position, readable, I know what it's rated for and what it can do. You can clearly see as we move around the sling, it tells what I'm able to lift with it. Safe working load. As we go around the sling, we see small amounts of damage and then some large amounts of damage. When you find substantial cuts like this, you can actually see what you're dealing with. So the sling itself is a bit like a wire rope. It's lots of strands together, covered by a protective sheath. Once you breach that sheath, you can see that that's what's actually holding up your load. Once you've got cuts and nicks in it like that, it's no longer considered safe to use and must be withdrawn from service. Please don't do what some people try to do with a thing like this and isolate that cut by putting a knot. Everyone gets tempted to do it at some point. It's a bad idea and I'll tell you why. This is a synthetic sling, and when I put it into a nice knot of any size and I put it under tension, an amazing amount of heat gets generated right in that knot, and that knot over a very short space of time will turn into a solid ball of plastic. What it then becomes is brittle. So the next thing you know is your sling just cracks like a piece of glass. So take them out of service, not because you have to by law, take them out of service because you're responsible and you want to go home safe.